Hi, welcome YMCA Greater Brandywine. Chrissy here, and Jackie's going to join us. We're going to go through a little power vinyasa flow today. But you take it at whatever pace you need to, and remember, just be true to yourself. And if you need to come to the mat and then come to that child pose, just go and take that opportunity to do that. So why don't you come and join us? Come to a comfortable seated position. You can place your hands onto your knees. You can cup them. You can come into a mudra. Relax those shoulders away from the ears. Taking a nice deep breath, we're going to go ahead and inhale through the nose, expand through the belly, and then exhale through the nose. So I want you just to continue with that breath, that nasal breathing if you feel comfortable with that. If not, as I always say, the most important thing is just to breathe. So if you have to breathe out of the mouth and in through the mouth, that's fine. But use that breath to guide you through your practice today. I want you to let go of all the outside distractions around you and take this moment for yourself. Let go of all that stress, any tension, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Either closing those eyes or finding a focal point or drishti. As you feel the breath come in through the throat, and then exhale, listening to it like it's the ocean, the sound of your breath. Feeling the expansion of the belly. And then as you exhale, closing the belly, bringing the breath to the spine. You can rest your tongue on the roof of your mouth behind your two front teeth and push the breath through the throat. Let's go ahead and cup our hands to our knees. Just start to move with our breath a little bit. Let's inhale as we just roll back, release back, stretch the spine. And then exhale gently as you come forward, bringing the chest towards the knees. And then let's go ahead and inhale. So moving with that breath now. Inhaling and exhaling. Feeling like you are just that wave in the ocean. And you're coming to the sandy beach. And you wash in. And then you gently roll back. As we come forward, this time we're going to gently move ourselves into our counterclockwise motion, to circling around. As we breathe, as we inhale, relax the shoulders. And as you begin to move here, just start to kind of think about how you feel. Even where some of that tension is. The hips, back, relax the shoulders. Let's come back to center and hold. And we're going to go ahead and cross the other leg in front if you can do that. You're just going to feel a little change there. Let's reverse the direction, circle the other way. And then really take notice of how that feels. And then coming back to center, holding here. Inhale as you reach those arms up. Exhale, let's reach the right arm over and then stretch to the side. Exhale. Inhale as we reach and we lengthen, then take it to the other side. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Inhale, release both arms at your sides. Let's go ahead and unwind our legs here. We're going to place the hands underneath the shoulders. Knees underneath the hips here for a moment. And we're going to go ahead and come into that cat stretch as we roll through the spine, drop the crown of the head. And then go ahead and gaze yourself up as you come into cow. And again, roll through the spine. And then release as you gaze up. Let's inhale as we roll the toes under. Exhale as we press back into downward facing dog. You might need to take a little step back here. But I want you to have space between your heels. And you're going to go ahead and feel the weight here into the toes and into the balls of your feet. Spread your fingertips nice and wide. Think about your pits of your elbows coming in towards the ears here. Let's pedal the feet out as we inhale and we exhale. We just gently drop the heel towards the floor. Feel comfortable in just releasing through the hips here as you press down. Breathing through. And then let's go ahead and hold back and press back. Just gaze towards the back of your neck. I want you to soften your face. Soften that gaze. Now inhale as you soften both knees. We're going to look to the hands and we're going to walk our feet to the hands. You can keep your knees bent here if that feels comfortable. Bring them underneath the hips. And then exhale as we just fold forward in that forward fold. Knees can be soft as we start here. Let's go and place our hands. We're going to cross our hands and place our hands in the crooks of our elbows. And shake that head yes, releasing tension in the neck. And shake that head no from side to side. And again, shaking that head yes. No inhibitions and no fears. And then shake that head no. And then let's finish up with a positive shake of the head yes. Letting only positive thoughts enter our mind in our practice today. Releasing our fingertips down to our toes as we exhale. Inhale as we slide up into half lift prepare. So bring your hands towards your shins, lengthen the spine and gaze up. Exhale as you forward fold again. Inhale, half lift prepare. Exhale, forward folds. This time, inhale as we hinge from the hips and we can sweep the arms outside, lifting ourselves up, coming up, bringing those arms up, press the palms together and exhale here into heart center. Release our hands at our side. You can bring those toes together if you feel comfortable and you want them there, going into a nice vinyasa flow. Maybe you turn the heat up in your room a little bit because you like it warm. I do. So hopefully maybe you did today if that's what you wanted. Let's go ahead and move through. Inhale as we lift up. Palms come together. Exhale as we fold to the toes. Inhale, prepare, half lift, lengthen, look up, gaze up. Our palms come down. We're going to step back into a high plank position. You can always come to your knees here, but we're going to keep it a little powerful as we slowly then lower down. And then we're going to lift up here into cobra. So flatten the toes. Keep the elbows along the side, lengthen. Draw down, look at the mat. You can use your knees here if you'd like to. Roll over on the toes and press back. Exhale into your downward facing dog. Breathing here, inhale. Exhale. Take a few more breaths here. On your next inhale, soften your knees, look to your hands. Your feet walk to your hands. We're going to lift up here into half lift, prepare. We're going to exhale as we fold. Inhale as we sweep to the top, hinging from the hips. Lift and open. Exhale to heart center. Inhale and open. Little back bend if you'd like to. Press the palms together. Exhale on that fold. Inhale as we lift, gazing up, half lift, prepare. Palms come down, step back into that high plank position, lowering down into what we call that low push-up chaturanga, but flatten the feet, open the chest, lift up here into cobra. Gaze down, roll your toes under, press back as you exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg is going to reach it long. You've got the three-legged dog, and then I want you to go ahead and take that right foot to the right hand. Hold here. Straddle your foot with your hands. Gaze up. Lengthen. You're up onto the toes and the back balls of your feet. Let's take a breath and then sweep ourselves up into your crescent. Breathe here. Inhale. Exhale, pressing those hips forward, lengthening the back leg. Palms come down as we inhale. Step back into a downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, left leg reaches, three-legged dog. Press it up to the sky, lift it long. Bring that foot to the hands as you exhale here. Lift the chest, lengthen the back leg, front knee stacked over the ankle. Press grounded into the floor as we exhale and we lift up into our crescent. Here, remember, if you want to, you can always come to the knee. For these, you don't need to leave it long. You can use those hands for support as you want to. Good. We're going to lift ourselves back up. Exhale. Inhale, palms come down. Exhale, step back into that downward facing dog. Press back and breathe. Good. Inhale, soften the knees, look to the hands. Feet come to the hands as we lift up into half lift. Prepare. Exhale and fold. Inhale and sweep. And center. Open. Fold. Half lift. Look up, palms come down. Step back into the high plank position. Elbows long your side, nice and strong. Pull the navel in. Lift yourself up into cobra. Elbows back. Lower down. Press back into downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, left leg reaches, nice and long, three-legged dog. Bring the foot to the hand, spin right up into your crescent this time. Press up, lift up. Beautiful. Palms come down, step back into your downward facing dog, press back. Right leg reaches, nice and long, lift, pull the foot to the hand. Sweep yourself up again into your crescent. Inhale, palms come down. Step back into your downward facing dog. Exhale. Soften the knees, look to the hands. Feet come to the hands, lift up into half lift. Prepare. Folding over. Sweep to the top. Inhale and open. Exhale, coming into Utkatasana, coming into that nice powerful pose here. This means power. You can keep your arms reaching here, turning your fingertips in. If you feel any tension in the neck or the shoulders, just come here to prayer. Sitting those hips back, your tailbone driving the beam of light to the back of your mat. Open the chest, work with your breath. Let yourself feel a little fire in the thighs. Inhale as we lift. Exhale as we fold. Inhale, prepare, gazing up. You may step, jump, float back into the high plank position. Lowering down, chaturanga. Inhale, come into up dog. Come on tops of your feet, lift the chest. Roll the toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg reaches. Pull it through, coming into crescent. Sweep yourself to the top. Exhale. Inhale, palms come here to heart center, taking another breath. Going into our revolving, twisting crescent. We're going to go ahead, inhale. We're going to come to the outside of the front thigh. You're going to sneak that tricep across here. Beautiful. And I want you to think about lengthening that back leg. Turn your gaze up. Breathe. Draw the navel to the spine. Feel your front foot grounded and rooted into the earth. One more breath here. Inhale, release the palms to the floor here, straddling that foot. Beautiful. We're going to go ahead, take a breath. Inhale, sweep to the top as we exhale, staying here. Let's go, breathe here. Inhale. Exhale as we lift up, drop the back heel, come into warrior two, proud warrior. Good, opening the chest. So this is a nice hip opener here. Relax the shoulders down and away from the ears, nice and powerful. As we reach through, we breathe through. Take another breath. And then inhale as we windmill our hands to the floor. We're going to go ahead, step back, exhale into downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Let's move through a chaturanga. Inhale, we come forward, high plank, slowly lowering down, lift up into your up dog, press back into your down dog, exhale. We're gonna come through again into your high plank, lower down, chaturanga, open up, press, lift, back, beautiful. One more time, nice and powerful, come through, and lower, and lift, and press back. Take a few breaths here. Draw the quads up to this. Thighs are active. Feel the length in the spine. Inhale, left leg reaches. Bring the foot to the hand, sweeping up again into your crescent. Lengthening the back leg. Lifting your shoulders or stacking over your hips here. Pulling the back knee away from the mat, or you can always drop it all the way down and flatten that foot. Otherwise, you're here, whatever feels good for you today. Bring those palms here to heart center. Going into revolving as we come forward. We twist, we come to the outside of that thigh. Now, remember, if that's too much, you can always bring that inside hand down and then just open up here and extend here. Or you can come into that prayer, really focusing on lengthening that back leg, breathing. And let's come back to center. You can bring those hands down, take a breath, and then you're going to bring yourself back up into your crescent. Exhale. And now inhale as we lift, drop the back heel. Exhale here into Proud Warrior, Warrior Two. Thinking about your front heel lining up with your back heel. Good. Front knee, you want to think about that opening so you feel the openness here. Gently pressing it open towards that second, third toe. Maybe take a breath and just drop a little bit lower into that. Pull the back. Feel yourself feeling rooted and pressing through the floor. One more breath. Reaching through the crown of the head. And now inhale as we windmill those hands down to the mat. And then step back, exhale into your downward facing dog. Breathing here. Inhale, soften the knees, look to the hands. The feet float, jump to the front of your mat. Exhale as you fold. So really engaging the abdominals there. Inhale as we lift up, sweep ourselves to the top. Exhale through to heart center. Inhale, open. Exhale, sit back, Utkatasana again. Sit back. Feeling very strong in the center here. Breathe through. Bring those hands, prayer to heart center. Going into revolving twisting chair. Inhale. As we exhale, bring the left tricep to the outside of the right thigh. So twisting here, reaching. Good. Maybe sit your tailbone back a little bit more. Good. Sink. Open the chest. You want to feel that top breastbone is beaming a light up to the sky. If you feel comfortable on your next breath, go ahead and fan those arms open. Open. So pull the top arm up to the sky. Bottom hand can be reaching towards the floor. Take a moment, peek at your knees. Try to see, are they staying in line with each other? Trying to make sure that one is not popping in front of the other, keeping those hips square. Take another breath here. And now inhale as we come back up. Palms come in, exhale, sit through. Take a breath on that next exhale. We're gonna reach it across, sneak in across to the other side. Bring those palms here again to prayer. Feeling yourself rooted into the floor. Gaze can be up if you feel comfortable there. Do what feels good for you. Maybe you're feeling a little warmth there in the thighs. Breathe through that. Use your breath to guide you. And now inhale as we come back up to the top. Exhale as we fold. Inhale, gaze up, half lift. Palms come down, step back, float back into the high plank position. Lowering down, chaturanga. Inhale as we open, lifting up
into up. Exhale, draw back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg reaches. Pull the right foot to the hand. We're going to go into warrior one. Drop the back heel to the floor, about 60 degrees. Sweep yourself up high. Good. So you're thinking about those hips spinning towards the front of the mat. You are lunging into that. Arms are up long if you want to. Or again, you can bring them here to prayer. If you feel comfortable, turn your gaze up. Draw the energy from above. Inhale, palms come here to heart center. And then exhale again as you go into warrior two. Drop a little bit deeper. Reach it long. Good. Keep those hips open. Knee open. Coming forward and then supported right angle side stretch. Bring the forearm to the thigh. And then bring the top arm over. Exhale. So lengthen here. Feel the length from the heel up the side of the body as you stretch and you pull right onto that bungee cord. Drop a little bit lower into that and breathe. That top arm can come behind. Open up here. Open the shoulder to the sky. Look up, gaze up. Option is to come into a bound position. Brace the abs. Breathe. 2 more breaths here. Come back as we come into reverse exalted. So a little release here. Breathe it through. 1 more breath. And now inhale as you windmill those hands to the floor. Step back and press back into downward facing dog. Exhale. Take another breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Left leg reaches. Pull that foot to the hand. Drop the back heel to the floor as we spin. And then we lift ourselves up into warrior one on the other side. Good. That foot is turned about 60 degrees out. Yep, lining up the front heel with the back heel. Good. Breathing here. Inhale as we lift up. We're going to open up into warrior two. Proud warrior. That's it. Nice. Beautiful, Jackie. Staying nice and strong. Draw the belly in. Reach through. Remember, this is warrior. So you want to feel strong and proud. Yes, exhale a little bit deeper. Feel the openness in the front. Breathing through. Inhale, bring the forearm onto the thigh. Exhale, into right angle side stretch. Dropping into that lunge in the front. So you can still stay deep into that, but that's up to you. It's your practice. What feels good for you today? Bring that upper arm as we inhale, bring it behind us. Open up the shoulder. You can turn your gaze up. If you feel comfortable there, you can stay there. If you'd like to, you can always bring that bottom hand underneath and reach for the top. Wrap it around behind the thigh and come into your bound position. Take another breath here. And now inhale as we lift ourselves up, coming back into reverse exalted. Exhale. Let's inhale as we windmill those hands to the mat. Step back here into downward facing dog. Exhale. Taking nice long deep breaths. Inhale as we come forward into that high plank position. Exhale as we slowly lower chaturanga. Open up into our up dog. Press up, pull those shoulders back. Exhale again, back into down dog. And let's go ahead here. Inhale, bring the knees open up to the mat. Let's sit back to our heels into our full child's pose. So bring the fingertips to the toes, the forehead come to the mat. Exhale. Inhale as we sit up onto the heels, lifting ourselves up. We're going to sweep those legs out in front of us here. We're going to just finish up with a little bit of a breath of fire and our boat pose here. So let's go ahead and walk those feet in. I'm going to start out with a bent leg position. Pull those shoulders back. Let's take a breath, and then we're going to go ahead and release our weight here back onto our sit bones as we lift the thighs up off the floor into that boat pose. Good. You can stay here. You may want to stay right here. Good. And then release for a moment. And we can go ahead and shift ourselves sideways so that you can see what we're doing here. And then take a breath and then sit ourselves back. Good. Lift the calves up off the floor. Breathe right here. You can stay right here or reach those fingertips towards your heels. Shoulders away from the ears. Belly strong. If you decide to, you can go ahead, reach the arms and the legs out and breathe. Draw it in. Whenever you need to, bring the legs back in. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Bring yourself in. Extend the legs out in front of you. Inhale as we lift up. Exhale as we fold and we reach towards your toes. Don't worry if you can't reach for your toes. You can reach behind your thighs or your calves here. I want you to think about right now lifting up, lengthen the spine here, pull the shoulders, so a long straight spine. And then when you're ready, we can exhale and fold forward into that. Inhale as we lift those arms up. And now we're going to slowly go ahead and roll ourselves down onto our mat. Slide the feet in towards the hips here. Palms are at your side. Feel the shoulder blades into the mat. Feel the spine long in the mat. Lifting the right and the left leg up off the floor. Extend the legs up to the sky. Your palms can be here at your side, supporting you into your mat. If you want, you can also bring those fingertips behind your head and drop the elbows to the floor. Feel yourself anchored, breath of fire. So we're going to do little crisscrosses here, and we're going to lower them toward the floor as we inhale and exhale. So lower them towards the hips, and then breathe and bring them back up. Good. And take them down. Inhaling and exhale. Beautiful. And let's just do another one. Let's take it down. Breathe it out as you crisscross. Point the toes and to the top. Hug the knees into the chest. Coming into happy baby, let's go ahead and bend the knees, flex the feet up to the sky. We're reaching for the soles of our feet here. And if you feel comfortable, you can gently just pull down and then rock from side to side. So those knees are coming towards those armpits as we just rock gently from side to side. Reconnecting with the breath. You can go ahead and bring those knees together and relax them to the floor. You can come into, we're just going to take a moment here just to relax. So you can bring the knees together as symbols that this feels best for your back here, or you can walk your legs out long. Let the feet just come naturally open here and turn your palms to the sky. And take a few breaths here and just quiet your mind. And then when you're ready, you can slide those feet into the buttocks bent knee position. Bring that right arm overhead, rolling over onto your right side in a comfortable fetal position. You can lay there for a few more minutes. Do what feels good for you. Just relaxing, or come up to a seated position, right? Or you can stay laying. Thank you for being with us today, and we look forward to seeing you virtually many more times. Take care and make sure you take time to breathe.